Welcome to The Pipeline, an adventure written by Alex Guillotte, played by ZeroDead. It's written for the Call of Cthulhu system, but we're trying to do it in Delta Green with some homebrew. You know how it is. The year is 1980. The environment, hella cold. The players, hella hyped. And the music, well, as you can hear, absolute bangers by Carl Casey at Whitebed Audio. Have fun. As we start tonight's session with an opening shot, we look at a hand holding a cigarette. Pink lacquered nails, and below them is a full ashtray. Buds are almost piling out of this ashtray. The camera stays trained on the cigarette, though zooming out just a tad. On the right hand side we see a cassette player. The hand pushes out the cigarette on the heap of discarded brethren, and the hand reaches to the recorder, gently pressing the play button. After an audible click, you hear a voice.
The structure was close to 80 feet tall and looked kind of like what's it called? A pyramid? But it split down the middle with a ring of stones at the center of it.
Jesus.
I don't think so, Dan. There were bones, human bones. I'd swear to it, Dan. There were dozens and dozens of human skeletons everywhere. And the skulls, they had holes in them, Dan. As if something drove a railroad spike into them.
Who else saw it?
Just me, boss. I wanted to make sure that the cave wasn't going to come down on someone.
Good.
Then, there was some kind of altar in the stone circle. It had iron rings at the corners. I think.
I don't want to hear it, Jim. And don't mention your thoughts to anyone else.
There's something else then.
What?
There was some kind of animal skull, like a big one. It wasn't far from the opening, so we,
You didn't.
Look, I wasn't. I mean, we...
Don't worry about it. What's done is done. Did anyone else but the road crew see it?
No! They're downstairs now. I told them to keep quiet about it until I check with you.
Good. I'll talk to them. In the meantime, I want that item crated up in the garage before the inspection team gets back. That gives you about an hour.
I'm on it.
The person presses the stop button and the hands clamp together on her screen. After a deafening silence that lasts just a tad too long, it is shattered by a soft-spoken voice. Agents, what you just heard is a conversation between two Axon employees coming from the remote region of British Columbia, Canada. Employee number 1, a certain Mr. Matthews, works at the new state-of-the-art pumping station number 31. It seems that during their excavations, the good people of Axon stumbled upon some kind of archaeological anomaly. It is in A-Cell's infinite wisdom that you, K-Cell, have been volunteered to deal with said anomaly. Luck would have it that all contact with pumping station number 31 has been lost. Now, Axon believes that this is an attack by the North Wind, an environmental activist group who has been violently opposed to the building of Axon's pumping station number 31. Axon is sending a so-called rescue party to fix the communications and secure the station. This is where you come in. Axon is using a security firm that's, let's say, friendly to the group. The hands unclasp and we follow one hand to the left. Comes to rest on a small pile of manila envelopes. Inside these folders are your security firm badges, your departure point, a dossier on the North Wind, and a full overview of the communications between Pumping Station and the Exxon Company regarding said anomaly. It seems that they are leaning towards burying any leads for now, and you will be there to make sure that that leaning becomes a reality. You leave tomorrow at dawn.
Oh, hi Mark, and hello dear listeners. After careful consideration, we realised episode 1 and 2 was literally the team dicking about on the way to the airport. At the time it was recorded, we were just coming off another adventure and trying to get a feel for our characters. Nothing really of note is missing from the video, but if you do want to go and listen, feel free to listen to the episodes on our Spotify playlist. Cheers!
Welcome to ZeroDead Plays the Pipeline, a Call of Cthulhu adventure written by Alex Guillotte that we loosely edited into a Delta Green scenario. There will be some continuity issues with last episode because the players arrived at the airport, met some people, but sadly that part got jumbled and jarbled in the recording, so we lost it. But again, we don't really know what we're doing. Intro and outro is Hackers by Carl Casey at Whitebed Audio. Enjoy! Oh, hey.
Okay then, that's a weird one for me. How can a 4% lager, like if I have about 4 or 5 bottles, will absolutely get me absolutely hammered? But this bottle of Bailey's I've pretty much drunk in 2 days, and it's not even getting me tipsy. And it's 17%.
Is it the cream?
It must be,
Maybe?
I don't know, just drink this like it's cream. So, more gin.
Are you sure about the gin there, buddy?
I'm never sure, but you know me. You know the game, The Quarry. You know when we found the card, The Fool, and the woman was explaining it.
Yeah.
She was just explaining me, really, and I was just thinking to myself, yeah, I'm a fucking fool.
Your words.
Yep,
Yep.
I am. Yep, and I love it.
So, last session we ended with some uwu, indeed, but also a moment that you heard screaming. But like I said, I feel like we rushed last session, even though we played for 3 hours, and we skipped over the part where you arrive at the airport and meet your crew. So that's what I want to do right now. Basically, it's 6 a.m. You know that the plane is departing any second. You arrive at the airport. Let's say, who arrives first at the airport?
Didn't we all arrive together in a cab?
Yeah.
And we met Dr. Burke. Was it Dr. Burke? Or was he not even a doctor?
We met a guy, I remember.
He was a
media expert?
reporter.
was
something.
him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
You
he
met
called Dr. Burke, though?
Nathaniel Boyer.
Boyer.
Yes, Boyer. Boyer. And Nathaniel Boyer, he introduces you to the rest of the crew. There is Amanda Drake, she's the security team leader. There is Benjamin Shepard, a security personnel dude. There's Gavin Holt, a wilderness guide who looks Koko up and down, nods.
What was the
I
last
nod
name?
back.
Sorry. Trying to type them as you're saying them.
Gavin Holt. We have Harold Kane, introduces himself as an electrical engineer, and Isaac Sanders, an engineer, but he dabbles in mechanical repair. And last, Mr. Boyer says, is Morris Freeman. And Morris Freeman is a bush pilot. Morris Freeman shakes hands with Kilo. Hey! So I heard you're a pilot too?
Yes, I am. Do you work around this area?
Look, man, I'm not totally on game in this area, but I've flown some one of these things before, and also I come from Alaska, so I know how to fly in cold weather. You know.
Oh, that's good for you. An experienced bush pilot.
Well, I know my way around the bush, if you know what I mean. Hey.
Well, I don't think I know what you mean. Anyways,
He looks
that's
like
nice.
very uncomfortable, like he doesn't really want to explain the joke.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice
What's
to
your
meet
name
you too.
again?
Morris Freeman.
Nice to meet you, Morris. I'm Kilo.
Whoa, that's a rad name, dude. Sorry, dudette. Look,
All right. And I look. Is the others ones listening to this?
yeah, everybody's right around the same area.
If anybody is paying attention, I'm just looking like
Like, all right.
I don't know. Like I don't know what is.
I'm just sniggering to myself, Bush.
Nathaniel Boyer is picking up on cues and ushers you towards the staging area. And basically on the staging area you have a lot of things. The most important thing is your Arctic gear. You get some insulating jackets, sturdy boots, like everything you would need to stay warm in the Arctic weather.
What was the name of the mechanical engineer? I didn't get it.
Isaac, AA, Sanders.
Isaac.
I feel I know these names.
All right, thank you.
I feel I know these names. Are the names of the pictures you sent to us?
They might be.
What pictures you sent?
I was thinking it lined up quite neatly with
I'm sorry if I was not
what was
supposed to say.
suggested.
But
Oh, it does line up pretty neatly. So let's
It's
see how
almost
they
like
fare.
It mirrors us.
Might be, indeed. As you see that people are boarding this biplane, and kinda a little scuffle arises. Not a scuffle, but more of a argument between Amanda and Nathaniel. Amanda is saying, like, look, I know you're from the company, but we need this gear. I know we're overweight, but we don't know what's out there. Have you seen grizzly bears? They are motherfuckers. Okay? So we need our fucking guns. And Nathaniel's like, oh, no, please. Keep it down. Like, I'm sure we can work something out. Look, if we cannot take these things, we're not going. Look, ma'am, if you're not going, you don't get paid. I was gonna say this, but the company has extended me the leeway of upping your bonus with 25%, but you have to abide to the rules. And Amanda looks and says, 25%? She huddles with Benjamin for just a second. They look back at Nathaniel, huddle once more. Nathaniel, huddle. They break the huddle and says, okay, no worries. We just take the absolute necessary.
Is
But-
any of us here?
Yes.
Yeah. All of you hear this.
Because I want to like go over there and start making my argument. Like, what's this? What if we need these guns? It's the wilderness. Who knows what's out there?
I fully understand, but there is a weight limit. Like these planes, they are pretty, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but there's a weight limit, and we need all
right,
personnel.
Sir,
So yeah,
if how what's the total weight of these guns? Roundabout, you think?
security personnel is allowed 9 kilograms above the 4.5 kilograms of gear that everybody gets.
Well, all I'm taking is my screwdriver. I'd rather take a shotgun with me, because you're mentioning bears?
Man, don't worry about it. They're more scared of you than you are of them.
I beg to differ.
Well, that is not completely true, you know? But that is not completely true. They
No,
are.
they're not. There's not
pretty
Kodiak
scary.
bears. Like it's not like if they taste human flesh, they have a hankering for it. It's just grizzlies. Okay.
Well, in any case, these guns, do you think they weigh more or less than the average person? Because I'm looking at you, Mr. What's your face again, Mr. Boyer? Why don't you stay here and we take the guns instead?
I like that.
Yeah, we don't need a media person, really, do
Yeah,
we?
there's gonna be no media out there. Why do we need a media person?
Are you going to interview the bear?
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna interview the bear?
I am the company liaison, and I have to be here. Okay.
Why?
If I'm not here, none of you get paid.
We can get paid when we get back.
Again,
I mean, if we won't get back if there's bears there.
If I'm not there, you won't get paid. Look, if I'm absent, it's non-negotiable. I'm going.
Okay, you say 9 kilograms. Okay, that's 2 people's personal belongings. All I'm taking is a screwdriver. And I look around at everyone else. Anyone else not taking anything?
I'm sorry. You're the spokesperson, and you're telling other people what they can carry in airplane.
I have my orders, so this is just it. Okay?
Can't you just whack a bit more fuel in there, you know? Yeah.
Do you understand, sir, that adding more fuel adds more weight to a plane?
Yeah, but you can get further.
It's not about the distance. It's about...
Thrust to weight ratios. I know about thrust to weight ratios, man.
So we take some fuel out.
But then we...
I don't
just
think,
said it's
I don't
not
think
about the
this
distance.
I don't think this is going to work. I'm going to recalibrate my bag. Maybe I can take one less pair of socks. It might, be 500 grams.
That's the spirit. Like, if everybody can just check their bags and take out anything that's not necessary, I mean, we'll be back here in 4 or 5 days.
Can I look at the 2 bodyguards? What are they wearing?
Are you asking me? Are you asking me if you can look at somebody or?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the 2 bodyguards then, Gavin and Ben, and I'm looking down their equipment and going, do you really need grenades? Like, do you really need that bodyproof armor? I mean, it's grizzly bears. It's not going to be shooting at you. Do you need your flak jacket? That's at least 10 pounds. That's at least a few kilograms. You take that off. There you go. Done. I mean, are we really talking about that? Do you want me to go to the toilet and knob one out to get a little less weight on here? 9 kilograms, man. It's 9 bags of sugar. It's not exactly like...
Maybe we should all get some laxatives and we can fully empty our bodies before we go to the plane. I am sure it will be kilograms.
Well,
Amanda,
plane, right?
Amanda looks at Benjamin and they're like, all right. They take off their flak jackets.
Okay, good. I wanted to...
They're Kevlar vests.
I want to go around. We are close to the airplane right now, or not?
Yeah. No, you're close to the airplane. Yeah, it's in the hangar.
I want to walk around it to check the wheels, check everything around it.
Kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy.
Check where we are putting because this is not the type. This is the type of airplane we are going to see only the things that are over our head that we are carrying, or there is a baggage, a little space under.
Well, let's see, because it is a...
You have the name of the airplane, right?
I think it's a Sea Otter, right?
No, I just typed in Sea Otter and an actual Sea Otter's come up.
Yeah, that's not...
That would be the
cutest name. It's a Twin Otter Skyplane. A DH-6 Twin Otter Skyplane.
All right, so it doesn't look like it has a space under. Like you're going to enter the airplane. Okay, so I want you to check.
Basically, there is a there's one line of single file chairs and another line of double file chairs. So basically, what you could do is just put your bag next to you if you have it, because there's not. Sorry.
No, what? Sorry, I thought you were finished. Go on.
I'm never finished. I can do this all day. No, so you could put your bag next to you, and there's more than enough space so everybody gets their own row.
And is it that type of airplane that you can see that it could also land in water? You know, that has that base or not?
Well, there is a add-on for this type of plane to land into the water, but this particular version just has its wheels.
Okay, so I'll just go around, like I said, check for things like I would do to my airplane every day before I go on a flight. I would just check around if nobody minds.
Kilo, can you look for emergency parachutes?
Yeah, I think that's the idea. I'm checking let me be clear. I'm trying to check the airplane the same way I would check my airplane before I take people to fly around. If nobody's stopping me, I would like to do that.
Nobody's stopping you, but the man who is looking to be the actual bush pilot for this thing is looking at you and nodding like, all right, yeah. He is nodding appreciatively.
And then I want to ask things like this, like, are there enough parachutes? Is everything where it should be?
Just one question: Who's gonna pilot the plane?
Morris Freeman.
The bush pilot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The man that just made the joke that I didn't understand.
Because I was thinking if there is like another pilot, then maybe they can get rid of that one. But
yeah, because there would be too many pilots.
Oh yeah, like killer. Guess we don't need you.
No. That
The
is not
doctor.
what I meant. I meant the other person.
Kardiac got so funny so fast.
Is there anything you want to do right now?
Yeah, you said we each had like a row of seats, right? Like there were it's gonna be empty seats.
Yeah, like most of the seats will be empty, and there you can store your bags or anything, or under your seats.
Can we just like screw loose a couple of seats and toss those out to get under the weight limit? Those things are heavy.
Something tells me Morris is not going to like you disassembling his plane.
Nathaniel,
Chuck them out. Just check them out.
Nathaniel looks at Morris, and Morris just slightly shakes his head like, "No, it's gonna take too long."
Come on, it's just like a couple of bolts. How hard can it be?
Roll me a persuasion check.
All right.
I thought we'd already persuaded to get the guns on.
Did we?
No.
No. That was a 31 under 40.
Hey.
Morris looks at you and then looks at Nathaniel, looks at you again and says, "All right, yeah, but you have to keep your bags under the seats then, because then we might not have enough room."
Yeah, no worries. As long as that means that we can take some of the guns with us, all good. I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
It's almost as if you have played Delta Green before.
Hey.
Yeah.
Isaac would be the one to do that, him being a mechanical engineer. He'd know how to do mechanics dead easy, dead quick.
Yeah, and Isaac looks at you and says, "I am gonna need that screwdriver."
Don't you need a ratchet for that? This is more for like terminal computers, man.
Okay.
I brought your toolkit. Here's a little ratchet set out.
And he takes out like one of these large 20 kilo
adjustable screwdrivers, like
screwdriver,
adjustable wrench.
Yeah, wrenches, things, and everything, like a whole box of like odds and ends of different materials. Takes it out of the plane, sets it on the ground, takes one out, steps in, and just starts chugging chairs outside.
Did you notice anything weird, anything wrong with the airplane?
No, and I hate to do this because it was a good idea to check the airplane, but there's nothing wrong with the airplane at all. The only thing is that on the side, the plane details, like the numbers and letters, they're not there. So you can deduce that this is a flight that's not on the proverbial radar, so to say.
So the tower that receives the flights won't know that we are flying.
Oh, they will know that you take off, and presumably the airfield at Telegraph Creek will know that you're landing. But in between, there won't be any information for you because your plane basically doesn't exist.
And for what we are doing, I think Kilo would understand that this is normal or not. You know what I mean? Like, would this sound not normal, suspicious somehow?
It's not regular. As a bush pilot, you know that every plane should have this, but seeing as this is a private military company, basically, you would know that they take some leeway with some of this stuff. And if they deem it necessary, they will not be logged in any files if they can help it.
All right.
Kilo, remember that you are a secret agent, part of K-Cell in Delta Green.
Yeah, that's why.
You want to stay off the radar yourself?
Exactly. That's why I was just...
Nathaniel looks at you and says, "Excuse me, what?"
No, he said that with his eyes. We have already that connection, you know? I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Look at the plane.
and I So I get closer to them and I said, so who is staying?
Oh, no, ma'am. We're all going.
We don't need
Alright.
to stay now. We've removed enough weight on the plane.
So we can take our guns.
Of course.
Nice. Kardiac, what is your gun?
Well, no, I've got an old pistol.
So since he's going, we can all make up what guns we have. So you have an AK-47? Yes.
Yes,
I
I
can
have
see
a 50 BMG.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I had only prepared for a pistol, but maybe like knowing that I'm going into the Canadian wilderness, I probably would have prepared something bigger, I think.
Yeah, I have a 38 revolver. I think that's the name.
But
I
you're
don't
also
think it's a.
yeah,
don't
but
think
you're
it's very big.
also-
But we're
That's
taking
what
the
she said.
bodyguard's guns now.
It's
So we're taking like
also
rifles and shotguns now with us. Anyway.
yeah, but it's also a bit like you want to remain inconspicuous. So if you're just starting taking up M4s, knowing how to use them as a doctor without anybody knowing your background, might be a bit suspicious.
Wait, aren't we all going as security personnel?
Well, you are. What's the word I'm looking for?
First
Consultants?
response team, ain't we really? Like,
Yeah,
That's what I understood, that we were all security.
your liaisons, basically.
Oh, okay.
Two-way
Or
private
the
security
rescue
person.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
All right. Well, I'll allow it. Yeah, sure. Pick whatever you want.
No, yeah. If you say that we're all going as our as our own roles, and I'm going as like the dedicated doctor, then yeah, no, I'm fine with just taking the pistol.
Hippocratic oath, baby.
end of the day, we're American.
oh, we can always throw Koko to the bear.
No, leave Coco alone.
Of course I would. That was just a joke, because Koko has a great sense of humor.
Oh, yeah, everyone play it.
And I have a shotgun, so it might blow out your brains.
Wee wee.
Oh, oui.
Nathaniel looks like that's kind of racist. Why are you making fun of his accent?
The French aren't a race for a start, but I'm British. That's the thing I do.
Ah,
It is
okay,
fine.
touche,
We have a
touche.
big. We always make the fun of each other. I tied the shoelaces together yesterday, so I deserve it. I can. I know. I remember.
Bloody Frenchman.
All right. So is everybody ready? Can we get the show on the road? We are 30 minutes late for departure. So
No, but what did we agree what our cover story was that we said in the hotel before this? We recon all that.
I think this is what we just said,
we just-
right? That we
yeah.
are a team of rescue team.
basically, what I was thinking was, and like this is our story. Like all of us are doing this together.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it would make the most sense if you were liaisons to this private military company, basically. To this Exxon hired this private military company, this private security force, private security force, private security force, eh? A private
Yeah,
security force. And you are basically on the payroll of this private security force. And they picked you, so you were advised by an organization that shall remain unnamed as possible or potential hires for this private security force.
Do we have a name for this private security force? Because it's Exxon hired the security force, but we don't work for Exxon. Or are we going to just say to people that we work for Exxon?
Well, that's basically why Benjamin is there.
Nathaniel.
Wait, what?
He's representing.
Nathaniel.
Yeah, Nathaniel's the one that's representing Exxon, isn't he?
All right.
Well, if I look at, like, say, Amanda Drake's ID badge, what security force does it say she's from?
Supreme Group.
Well, we'll just say we're from the Supreme Group as well.
Yeah.
Just from a different arm of the Supreme Group.
Yeah, that would work.
So I'm getting on and putting my belt on, sitting down, feeling pretty happy.
And like I said before, I will try to sit close to the pilot.
Oh, so you're sitting in the front row.
Yeah.
All right. Where's everybody else sitting?
I'll be on the back row. Actually, no, I don't want to be on the back row because the tail's going to fly off. I know this from the last session. I'm sitting in the cockpit. No.
Knew the emergency exit.
Yes. Now I'm going to be in the middle somewhere. Let the other team be at the back. I'm going to sit behind Kilo.
Koko is also sort of in the middle and has his backpack like the other way around, so straps through, and he doesn't want to lose his back. His backpack is basically his life.
Okay. You're taking off. Flight is uneventful. There's no snacks or anything. It's about a 2.5-hour flight.
Sorry, I just want to remind that in the last session I did say that I had a short talk with the pilot asking about the weather, if there was going to be anything weird, like, weather-wise.
Yeah, and basically he says it's clear sailing, there's no weird things. There were a few anomalies weather-wise, so it was colder, there were a few more blizzards than we were used to at this time of year. But from what we can see on the projections, it's clear sailing, clear flying. Yeah, dude. Until we get to Telegraph Creek.
That's right. That's how I remember.
And now we get to part 1. You awaken to the sound of howling wind and creaking metal. You're hanging upside down, still belted into your seat. It's bitter cold, and somewhere in the distance you can hear someone screaming. Your head is pounding, and the last thing you remember was takeoff from Vancouver Airport. What do you do?
We're all awake now?
Well, you're awake because you're the first one talking. You hear screaming all around you, and as you look around, you can tell that you're upside down in the airplane compartment.
All right, so I first look for the oxygen thing. Do I have access to that?
As you're looking around, yeah, I know. As you're looking around, no worries. As you're looking around, you look up, and you feel that you're looking down, and this little oxygen mask is on the floor. Well, it's on the ceiling. It's on the ceiling, but on the floor. And immediately you know that you're upside down. You look around and you see that the front is just a wide open space of snow. You look around, you look to the back, and also the plane tail is gone.
We are still flying, right? I mean, we are still in the air. When I see this.
Well, roll me a D100.
A D100? I rolled 80.
You are very confused, and all the screaming around you, this is not something you've noticed before. You feel like you're not moving, and as you look around, you see Kardiac locking eyes with you.
Kardiac, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. Are you?
I'm not sure what to say because I think Kilo didn't understand yet if she's flying or not.
As you look around, you notice that you're not flying. You have crashed. You're upside down on what looks like a snowy embankment. The front of the plane is gone and the back of the plane is gone.
So it was good choice to sit in the middle.
Always is.
When Kardiac asks that, then I think the first thing I do is to look at me and see if I have legs, arms, anything, chest, head.
Well, roll me a spot hidden roll.
That's weird. Am I going to find
I was going to say, how's her chest hidden?
What's the spot hidden one? What's the spot hidden roll?
Alertness, sorry.
Ah, okay.
Alertness? My alert, I rolled a 52, and my alertness, it's 80, so it's under.
You notice that you have 2 legs and 3 arms.
Ooh.
And as you shake your head, you notice that one of the arms that you have is an arm that's laying on the cabin roof.
Oh, it's somebody else's.
But it's not yours, hopefully.
No, during the crash, you grew a third arm.
Subsequently detached, and it's slowly moving over the cockpit. No,
well,
it's somebody else's arm. And as you look around, you see Killswitch.
Just hanging.
Hanging.
He's awake?
Are you Killswitch?
Well, I don't know. Let's. Shall I just do a straight D100? Under 50, I'm awake. Over 50, I'm unconscious.
I like it. Yeah, sure.
95. So I'm unconscious, hanging upside down in my chair. You gonna let me down, Kilo? Or are you just gonna leave me here?
No, sorry. I will go help you. I was just thinking if I could help also Kardiac, but while I'm walking to him.
Oh.
No, while I'm turning.
No. Wait. Before you're walking, you're hanging upside down in your chair.
All right. Okay. So I think that the first thing I do is to put one hand to hold me if I fall and try to open my belt.
All right, roll me a dex roll.
I rolled a 44 and my dexterity is 60.
You place one hand on the floor, which is actually the ceiling of this cabin. You do a quick hut and stand on the ceiling, but right way up.
All right. In this case, then I try to help. I forgot your name, Luke.
Killswitch.
But while I do that, I ask Kardiac, "Are you all right? Do you need my help?"
I think I'll be fine. You go and help. Wait, and I will come down and we'll both help Killswitch. Right.
All right, roll me a dex.
Can I do strength instead and try to hold myself by one hand on the bottom of the seat in front of me?
Sure.
Then let's go.
Sure.
93.
Hey.
Over 75.
You grab the seat in front of you and you fucking grip it like it is something that you want to grip very hard. I am lost for words here because the moment you do this and you open your seat belt, the little plastic or cotton flap over the seat, the headrest, the seat in front of you, it rips. And you try with all your might to hold on, but the cotton is just too slippery and you fall. Take 1 point of damage.
Oh, it's almost ready to roll for it.
I need to roll for it.
Okay.
You stand up, look around, and you see Koko hanging upside down. Koko, are you awake?
I guess I'm waking up, and I ask, are we dead? My head feels kind of strange.
Tanka, are you dead, man?
Yeah, man.
But not like that. And I think once he realizes what's going on, he'll try as graceful as ever to get out of the contraption.
All right, roll me a grace roll.
No, can I do athletics?
Sure, that's graceful.
To do like super grace to try if I can see if I can be super.
Sounds graceful.
Koko can be super graceful.
Do a backflip.
I rolled 5 under 60, so.
It's like you do this every day.
Yeah.
You hold the back of your own chair and just flip and land on your feet. Everybody.
And I do like a little, after athletics.
Yes. Who's still stuck in their seat right now?
Me.
And I'm trying to help him.
I'll roll again to see if I wake up. 43 under 50.
Yeah, you wake up. You wake up and you're looking around and you see 3 people looking at you upside down.
Good morning.
Are you alright?
This isn't where I park my car.
A
little help would be appreciated. It seems to be getting a bit sticky up here.
All right.
Hold tight.
No, without even thinking, I'm just going to grab my seatbelt and just rip it. Woof, and hit the floor in between.
And that's exactly what I will tell him. Like, Jesus Christ, guy, man, you could have waited.
Oh, so gracious. You should have seen mine. It was perfection.
Did you do the T pose after?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Since Killswitch is fine, I will turn around because I kind of saw an extra arm and I want to see if this person is alive.
All right, so you check this extra arm and everybody roll me a spot hidden roll.
Can I do something? Instead of looking for the person, I want to check to the pose of the arm, not seeing if it's attached to a person.
It is very much attached to a person.
I thought so. That's why I thought it was going to be funny. Because she's a little,
When you say spot hidden, do you mean...
No. First, I want a sanity roll.
Yeah, I was just... I'm checking. Come on, I'm checking.
From Kilo.
So, one arm. I hate this number. Every time the number is high, I want to lie. It's 80.
Take 1 sanity damage as you're looking around and you see this detached arm, but no body close to it. And as you're looking at it, again, the sound of screaming comes in from outside of the fuselage. Now everybody roll me a spot hidden. Alertness.
Spot hidden, do you mean search or
alertness?
54
70.
under 60.
92 over 40.
Everybody who succeeded notices that the floor is slipping ever so slightly. And it's not
You mean the plane?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you're not slipping on the floor, but the floor itself is moving ever so slightly.
Pitel, I think we need to get out because it feels like this is moving and I do not know where it is moving to because I do not know what is outside.
All
Grab your
right.
bags.
I'm grabbing
grab the bag of
everything.
guns on the way out.
Grab your bags indeed. You,
And grab the guns.
well,
Anything outside of the plane. Now.
Well, they're just backpacks in there, so we're just yeeting them at the fucking big hole at the front.
Actually,
Yeah.
are there any other people still on this plane? Like any of the other crew?
if you're looking around, you see that most of them are beaten up pretty badly. At the moment, you feel like you're the only one that are conscious and lucid. You feel the plane moving ever so slightly, but it's gaining momentum. And then you see Amanda. Remember Amanda, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she
Team
was
lead.
the hard ass. Yeah. Amanda looking at you, Killswitch, bloodshot eyes, and she says, "Help me!"
I yeet her back at the front and go to grab Amanda. Everyone grab a person!
All right, most of
Start
the other
dragging her
persons,
back with me.
most of the other persons are unconscious. There are 3 persons inside the plane at the moment that you can see. Amanda is conscious, but stuck in her chair. You look around and you see Gavin, unconscious, hanging upside down, and you see Isaac hanging upside down as the plane starts to shift. You have 2 options. You can either search for stuff or try to dislodge people from their seats. You are on a time schedule. What do you do?
I'd say that I'd literally yeet Amanda at the front and go for Isaac.
Right,
I'm not thinking about equipment here, I'm thinking about people, I'm just...
Alright, you have 3 rounds. Let's start with round 1. What's everybody's dexterity score?
50.
Wait, hold,
65.
Hold.
65.
Alright, so it is Koko with 65, Kilo with
60.
60. Who's next?
Killswitch is 65.
Oh, sorry, so Kilo and Killswitch move at the same time.
And I'm lost with 50.
Oh,
Oh.
No.
The plank of the party.
round 1. First up, Koko and Killswitch. You act simultaneously. Koko, what do you do?
I run up to Gavin and I slap him in the face and I see what his reaction is.
He doesn't respond. Killswitch, what do you do?
I run up to Isaac and undo his seatbelt as quick as I can.
Alright. Roll me a... Why? Oh, Jesus Christ. Dexterity. Roll me dexterity.
22 under 65.
22, that's a critical success.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, you undo the belt buckle in one sweeping motion. Falls to the ground. Kilo, what do you do?
Go to Kardiac. Let me think a bit more.
Kardiac, what do you do?
I'm gonna go over to Gavin and undo his belt.
Dex
And
roll.
Can I try to catch him as he lands?
You can only do one thing, one action.
Well, 85.
You fumble with this belt. His stomach is kind of blocking the mechanism, which means that we go back up to Koko. What do you do?
I will.
Koko.
I will not do anything.
Oh, you're Kilo.
You got scared and didn't do anything.
Yes.
Koko will grab Gavin's bag and take it because he's a survival expert and I know he has the good shit.
All right, Killswitch.
Killswitch, he literally picks up Gavin off the floor and starts moving with him. He puts his arms under his shoulders and starts dragging him out.
Right, strength roll.
Strength roll 44 under 55.
You don't only grab him, you fucking do the whole military roll, and you have him over your shoulders and walk out. Kilo.
I will just try to help the person that Kardiac was trying and was not able to.
All right, you rush over there. Give me a dex roll.
23.
So you open their belt. Kardiac.
Can I then catch him as he's falling while Kilo is undoing the belt?
Yeah, I'm saying you're already there, so you don't need to roll for it.
Yeah.
You catch him, and you feel that the plane is gaining momentum. Koko, what do you do?
Grab any guns I can see.
Roll a d8.
Okay, where is my D8? It is a
Please
D8.
this be for the amount of guns and actually roll 8.
I got a 7.
You grab a first aid kit.
Okay.
And a kick to the dick.
Killswitch, what do you do?
I would have dropped him outside the plane by now, I reckon.
You're still in the plane.
Oh, I'm carrying on dragging him then out of the plane, out of harm's way, shouting everyone, get off now.
All right. Redcon, Koko, you grab this first aid kit. Do you jump out of the plane?
Yeah.
All right. Kilo, what do you do?
I grab my stuff and jump off. This is the third or the fourth action?
This is the third action.
Yeah, I grab my backpack and I move out.
Last up, Kardiac, what do you do?
Well, I grabbed Isaac, was it?
Yeah.
No, I've got
Yeah.
Isaac. You've got Gavin.
Do I've got Gavin then? Yeah, alright, so I've got him, so I'm just like putting him over my shoulders in a fireman's carry.
All right,
and
that's your
getting
turn.
Wait. Okay.
He was on the floor. You get one action, so you put him
Wait,
over your
no,
shoulder.
but I got him last turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
caught
said
him.
that I
So
was
you
still-
put him over your shoulders.
Holding him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, run with him.
Well, if I'm just holding him and moving him into a better position, I'm getting out of the plane while holding him in a worse position.
Everybody, roll a dex check. Whoever is holding somebody, you have a penalty die.
Of 20, would it be then?
What, a penalty die?
Yeah.
What's the first roll that you did?
Well, I thought it was just whatever you rolled with a 20% disadvantage. But sorry, I rolled a 46 and a 21. And my dexterity is 65. So I did survive both of them.
You did survive both of them, indeed.
33 under 65.
It's Dex, right?
Dex, yes.
Yes.
So it's I did 67 over 60.
All right.
I rolled a 39 under 50.
Kilo, you want to spend luck to make it a success?
Yeah,
It's so
I do.
little, yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I don't remember where I put my luck. Because I'm looking my note. But if you don't mind, I will just take them because it cannot be that I'm going to lose all of them now.
No. All right.
And
so,
I will find out later what was.
all right. That's good. All of you jump out of the plane, either with something you found, which you're either your own backpack or somebody you were carrying. Look around as you see the fuselage of the plane fall to the ground in the distance. It is falling from a rather high mountain that you can tell, and as you're looking around and feeling, it's cold. It is a white hell that you're in. Snow everywhere, the wind searing. Almost cutting anything that's not covered by clothing. You feel grateful for the thermal clothing, the thermal jackets that you got from the private military company. And as you're looking, you again hear the screams coming from outside of the fuselage, so basically next to you. Who took who out of the plane?
I took Isaac out.
You took Isaac
Gavin.
out.
And we
you
told Amanda to get out the plane just before the first round.
Yeah.
Did she get out?
I'm gonna roll a luck roll for Amanda. See if she thought it wise to get out. Amanda's luck is 65, so she has a pretty good...
Better than average? I'll take that.
It's better than average, but with a 94...
Can she spend 45 of her luck points?
No, she can't.
30-something, right?
Ah, no, yeah, I won't.
Amanda's gone. You do not see her anywhere. As you're looking, Gavin and Isaac are on the floor, and you hear somebody screaming outside of the plane. What do you do?
I'm going to shout over to Kardiac. Get over there! Doctor, get over there!
Yeah, you make sure that these people get first aid. Kilo with me.
All right.
I'm just going to put my arms up like I know first aid, man! Jesus!
I am not good at first aid either.
Okay, so, but what is numbers? What are the numbers? You are 0 first aid?
I'm 10 in first aid, I am. But I'm basic first aid. I had to put a plaster onto someone.
You too?
That's what I can do, yeah.
I'll meet you. Okay, so it doesn't make any difference if I stay. Okay.
Alright, Killswitch, change your plans. You go and check out them, see what's going on. I'll give these people first aid.
Okay, got you.
You come back and tell me what the situation is.
I'm going to run after the screams to see where the screams are coming from.
I'll go
And-
with Killswitch.
I'm with the doctor, and I'll say to him, you can tell me what to do. I will help you.
Yeah, I'll start giving Gavin first aid and like directing Kilo in like what I need or how she can help. Or
Roll me a first aid roll,
yes,
because this is a stressful situation.
yep.
Oh no, that face.
100? I thought they were dead anyway, so...
It's okay, he's nervous. I will try to calm him down. Can I try to calm him down?
Oh, not with a critical fail. So
Oh, try.
you see Kardiac looking at this piece of metal inside Gavin's chest, and without thinking, he just pulls it out.
Okay, when he does that,
I was supposed to be back in.
I will actually just go, like he's the doctor, so I'm just like,
Okay.
he knows what he's doing.
Kardiac. Sanity roll, because you just killed a man.
More like the hypocritic oath.
45 under 60.
Alright, you lose a d4 of sanity. Please tell me how this manifests in you.
I think that because of my mental disorder, this triggers like an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Right? On every sanity loss, I think it triggered an episode. So I'm just gonna be like, oh, what the fuck happened? This is me. How can this happen to me? This guy, I can save him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like desperately like focusing just on Gavin and like thinking that I can still save him.
Alright, so you're thinking like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna save this dude.
Yeah,
And
this
just
is me that we're talking about.
indeed, this is fucking Kardiac. And you are just going to town on the heart massages and first aid. Kilo, you're looking at the other victim.
Yeah, do I see that clearly? Is there any chance that Kilo could see that Dr. Kardiac cannot save that person that he's trying to save anymore? Am I able to calculate that?
Roll me a first aid check.
First aid is 10. Come on.
Here we go.
Wait, the dice jump off of my head. Come on, dice. Oh, it went not so bad. 35. Over 10.
You're confident that he can save him.
Oh my god, confident?
Yes, very
Really?
confident. Like, you see this man and he has doctor rhythm all over him, so you're sure that whatever he's doing, he's got it under control.
Fuck. Okay, so Kardiac, what do I do?
Stand back and let me work.
Okay, I'll go to the other person then.
You're going to Isaac, and before you check on Isaac, let's look at Killswitch and Koko. You arrive and you hear screaming. And as you come closer, you see the unmistakable face, even though contorted in agony, of Nathaniel Boyer. He looks at you and says, You gotta help me. You gotta help me. Please help me.
I'm going to stop and put my arm out in front of Koko. Koko, do we really need a media expert here? No, I'm joking. Come on.
What's the situation? Apart from his face, what else do we see?
Apart from his face, what you will see is dependent on a first aid roll with a bonus of 20%.
Can we both do this? We're both just looking straight down?
Yeah, sure.
I rolled a 92.
I rolled a 77. So I got a critical fail.
You both don't have really any idea, and as you're stepping closer to him, Killswitch, you walk alongside of him, and you cannot really see because of all of the blood that's around him. But you step on a piece of red snow, and Nathaniel screams in agony. And as you look down, you see that his leg is in a 90-degree angle.
Oof. You want me to do a sanity roll because I'm like an introverted kind of
180-degree angle, sorry. 180-degree angle.
Yeah, so it's not an angle that I'd look at normally. It's not like I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, roll me a sanity roll.
60. Oh, what's my sanity? Shit. 75. Whoa, I survived.
Take one sanity.
Do I have to roll one?
If you want to.
No.
Well, I was going to say, because with Koko, you'd see death, because you'd be hunting when you're out in the wilderness and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I break
Koko.
people's bones all the time.
Yes. Koko, roll me a survival check.
Sure. 8 under 70.
Yes.
You look around. You look back at Kardiac trying to resuscitate a person. Kilo just looking around helplessly, not really knowing what she needs to do. You look at Killswitch standing on somebody's broken leg. You look down at Nathaniel, and you look around. And as a survival expert, you know that you are up shit creek at this moment.
I was going to ask, is there any foliage around? Like any trees? Or above tree line?
Have you ever seen the movie Alive?
No.
Basically, it's rock and snow around you, and mountaintops.
Okay. Can I see where the tree line starts?
No.
Okay, so then we are...
You're way above tree line.
Really fucked.
You are fucked up the wazoo. And you're looking down at Nathaniel, and you look around. As a survival expert, with your role, you know that this man is a liability to your survival.
Yep. I was gonna think this... Killswitch, I think it might be a good idea to go to the other people and see if you can help there, because I think I can help Nathaniel.
For once I don't disagree with you, and I quickly turn around and start walking off, because this is quite upsetting to me, because I've never seen any kind of gruesome things like this.
Can I talk to Nathaniel?
What happened?
Nathaniel, I am going to ask you a couple of questions.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you a choice. So I was going to ask you how do you feel? How does your body feel? Is it cold or is it warm?
It's cold. It's very cold.
Okay. What can you feel? Can you feel your leg?
It's hurting. It's hurting a lot.
Okay.
Please help me.
We have I can there's 2 things I can do. I can try and move you and you can see how that feels.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see how that goes. Can I try and hold his hands and move him? Like drag him?
Sure.
What do I need to roll?
Well, not really anything.
Okay.
But I'm gonna move away from the mic just a bit.
Yeah, good idea.
And you are trying to move it, or you're like,
Okay. So, Nathaniel, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. It is going to be difficult, but I do not think we can get you out. So, no. Try and listen to me. I have a very soothing voice. I can either let you die here in the cold, or
I want to live.
But that is not a possibility.
I want to live.
I am sorry. It is either I can help you now and make it better, or
Help me. Please help me.
Are you sure?
Please help me. Help me.
Okay, so you have a choice between the machete or the shotgun. I can't hear you. Sorry.
No. Please help me. Please help me. Please save me.
What do you do?
I say a little prayer and I shoot him in the head because there's no way we're going to be able to save any of this.
Fucking...
There's no way because we do not have any. But we don't have anything to deal with his wound on his leg. We're not going to be able to let him go, and I'd rather kill him now and get him out of his misery and say a prayer for him and make our way down the mountain because there's no way we can do that. So I say a little prayer for him and I shoot him in the face.
I know it had to be done, but that's actually getting me quite emotional. This is.
I'm sorry.
No, I've got the scene all in my head, like proper.
Your
vivid,
logic
like,
is very good.
Yeah, it's what needs to be done, but it's like it's making me emotional thinking about this. It's not pouring.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
It's okay.
oh.
Let's say that it wasn't a easy decision, but it was the decision needed.
We're not going to be.
Oh, I know.
And I don't think
I don't
you-
disagree with it. It's just it's
really
like
horrible.
with
It
how
is
vivid
brutal.
it is. I was going to say with how vivid this is actually all playing out in my head.